This is my state, this is my team. You know what that means. This is for the black and blue that I bleed. This is for the chance to bring home that ring. But everybody gonna doubt this. So far there ain't been another way around it. We bring heat to the game each week. They just say we ain't got what it takes, we ain't bout it. Well, y'all can just keep saying that we ain't gonna make it, but at the end of the day, this will be the Panthers nation. You know, this ain't a game to us major players at every angle that you can think of. That's why you hate us. Get out the way of greatness. You can look at our faces and see the blood, sweat, and tears that it took to create this. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, but you can save it. Cause even on the darkest of days, you know we're always gonna find a way to
keep pounding, keep pounding, keep pounding, keep pounding, keep pounding. Oh my God. Let's go. Let's go. Man, I'm ready. I'm ready, yo. What is up, Keep Pounding crew? Put those spears up with the Keep Pounding crew. Man, I apologize for being about 30 minutes late with the stream. You know how it is. But, yeah. We're going to get to some of this footage in a little bit here. I'm pulling it up right now. Hold up. You know, I appreciate y'all coming out and checking out the stream. And all the videos are officially up. So, alright. Okay, Final Floss video is still processing right at the moment. That should be up tonight. I just want to apologize for the lateness on that video because of what time that training camp was scheduled tonight. So that's fine. That is perfectly fine with me, man. I'll be streaming for exactly about an hour 45 probably. Yeah. And we're gonna go through some of this footage here in a little bit too. Okay. Oh, we can replace the song. Apparently so. Okay. I didn't know that was an option to be able to do that. Okay. What I will do is I'm gonna go ahead and mute the song. And I figured that was gonna happen. I just want to apologize for that. There wasn't much to Okay. They'll let me know. They'll let me know on that. All right. Let's get into the meat of the order here. If you like the stream, if you like the videos that I'm posting, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, select all, and leave a comment down below. Let's jump in. And tell me we ain't already skipping frames. Come on, bro. Not again. Streamlabs for when you like skip frames. Because apparently Streamlabs does not like my internet. I don't know why. But apparently it doesn't. Anyway, let's start with the notes from today. But before we do that, I got something to show y'all. Woo! You know that's going up in my studio. You know that's going up in my brand new studio. Come on now. That's dope. That's dope right there. That's fire. Woo! Keep pounding, baby. Oh, that's fire. You love to see it. They were handing those out for free. And they were handing out these as well for your phone. So, phone holders, completely free. I got one. And the soccer team was also handing out free stickers as well. So, if you got one of those, make sure to thank one of the people that are working there. They do such a tremendous job making sure everybody's safe and everybody gets theirs in there securely, you know. And the parking crew does a fantastic job in Simpsonville. I cannot say enough about the parking crew. They do such great work. You know, every year we have had no problems with parking at all. At all. And it's thanks to that crew. These guys are professionals. You know, y'all could teach these concert venues some things or two, man. I'm telling you. Because they are so disorganized at these concert venues. You would not even believe it. And then you come up to Wofford and it's just like, huh. You're in and you're parked in like less than 5 minutes. Literally. And everybody's just like, is this for real? Oh my god. But yeah, we're gonna get into all this, man. Let's start this nonsense out with the first thing I noticed. As soon as they got started, the offensive line and the defensive line were doing foot and hand drills. So you're talking about, you know, you're talking about that right there. Where they shift and they get set you know, and I thought that was interesting to see that drill be the first one out there. And I wish I had gotten footage of it because that was pretty cool. That was really neat to watch. Unfortunately, I only had so much battery life, so I what I could. You know. Then, um, while that was happening, the very next thing you saw was the offensive line doing scoop ball drills, like they were diving on the ground, scooping the ball. And I thought that was cool. You know, that's a very important drill right there. People don't realize how important that is until you're in a game time situation, and then you see these fumbles, and there's so many fumbles by running backs, by quarterbacks, you know, fumbled snaps, bad handoffs, stuff like that. And you see these fumbles, man, and I'm telling you, if these offensive linemen are not prepared to dive on these balls, that's a turnover. So, props to Coach Rule and the staff for recognizing that that's a very, very important drill and spending as much time as they did on it. I like that. Secondly, you're looking at O-line footwork. No. Okay. The on the other side of the field from where I was on the home side, on the left side of the stands, where Kevin Avery was from Four Man Rush. So y'all know who he is. He was doing some live stuff too. But we were both over in that area, and on the other side of the field, you got the defense focused on ball stripping drills. Now those ball stripping drills, I mean, they spend a lot of time on that drill. They really do. And when you get into those game time situations, that's a critical one too. You never want to ignore the fact that there have been opportunities after opportunity after opportunity to strip that ball. And for our guys to be able to handle that without a problem, our guys are ready, man. They get aggressive during those games. It's one of the basic drills, especially for that defensive ends. I didn't really notice anybody that stood out during those drills, any of those, but I will say this on the offensive line foot and technique drill. I noticed that there were a few offensive linemen, and I can point out the fact that they're offensive linemen because of their numbers, that were rotating a little slow on that drill. And they used that time quite a bit there to try to correct that. So I don't know whether you want to read too much into that or not. That is up to you. But I thought that was rather interesting to point out. Next thing I noticed, and I'm going to point this out as clearly as I can. The drop balls today, there were a lot of them. And some of it was bad throws, some of it was good throws that were right on the money, and they just straight up dropped them. Now, PJ was throwing those passes, I could see. Because PJ's been off the mark in the last couple days. I haven't seen very many accurate throws from this man. And I'm a little concerned, to be honest. Because PJ is supposed to be our number 2 or 3 man. We're debating on which one he is now. No one's really sure. But yeah, I got concerns about PJ right now after what I saw today. 2 straight days of it? You know, first 2 days I can excuse it because it's first 2 days of camp. But after that, you got to start straightening out that accuracy. You got to start working on those accuracy drills. Start pushing it, better. Yeah. I really, really don't like throwing players under the bus in training camp. I really, really don't. Because, especially in the first week, because it's way too early. But we have a quarterback battle going on. And let me tell you something. Will Grier is throwing up some rainbows. He's chucking up some rainbows, ladies and gentlemen. I pointed it out to Winhouse the entire time we were there. At least half a dozen times. When this man just threw some perfect rainbow passes. I was just like, man. I don't know who he's been working with in the offseason, but whoever it was, bravo to you. Props to you. Because this is not what he was able to do in 2019 at all. I can tell you that right now. At all. He was overthrowing and underthrowing balls just like PJ is now. Don't believe me? Go watch the tapes. I got video footage of him in 19 to back up what I'm saying. And you watch him this year, and it's like Will is a totally different quarterback. He pulled a 180. I love it. I love it, man. Because I'm one of those that was just about ready to give up on the Will Grier train. Then I saw those last 2 days of training camp, and I said, whoa, slow down. Slow the train down. This dude's actually putting up some good throws now. Maybe I jumped the gun. Maybe I jumped the gun here, man. But yeah. I don't want to be that person right now, but that puts a player on the pedestal too early. Good or bad, but days 3 and 4 you start to notice stuff. Patterns start to develop. Either good or bad patterns. And right now, PJ's falling into the bad patterns and Will Grier's falling into the good ones. And I'm just sitting there like, okay. PJ, you're falling behind, buddy. You want to be number 3? That's how it happens. You want that number 2 spot? You go get it. Go get it, man. It's yours. You got to earn it, though. But it's yours. You got to put in the work. You got to put in the work on the accuracy drills, man. I'm trying to tell you. That junk don't come easy. It just doesn't. And to know that Will Grier is nipping at your heels right now is not a good thing. Not a good thing, PJ. I love you, man. I want the best for you right now. I was part of the reason that the Panthers management noticed you and got you in here. But, I'm not going to take full credit. I'm going to take partial credit. And even a very small partial credit because my partner, Carol, was the one that actually found him. She pointed him out to me. I checked him out. I started posting stuff about him. Within the week, our management was like, I want him. I want him. This man became another number 3 quarterback for us for a couple of years. And then suddenly, his accuracy just dropped off the map this year. I don't get it. Y'all help me on this one. I don't get it. I don't know what happened to this man. I'm not talking about the short passes. Anybody can do the short passes. Dude, even Chris Winkie could do the short passes. He was awful. He was straight up awful. But even he could do it back in the day. Now, I ain't talking about the short passes. PJ's fine on the short ones. I'm talking about those medium to deep pass areas, man. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm sitting there like, really? We're doing this again? We're already critiquing a quarterback this early? No one's saying anything. No one's saying anything about PJ yet. I'm the only one saying anything right now. Now, I gotta point out to you guys, I'm the one that notices these players' weaknesses before everybody else does. I point them out. Everybody's slow to react. They're like, whatever. Then sure enough, we get to week 3 or week 4 or whenever these players get on the field, and then they start choking. And then everybody's just like, oh, this player's hot garbage. This player's terrible. This player, yeah. And I'm like, dude, I told you that from preseason. I said that in preseason, bro. Where have you been? Where have y'all been? Golly. I ain't trying to be egotistical up in here, man, but darn. Where have y'all been? Y'all sleeping on my info, man. I'm telling you. These people are sleeping on my info. Y'all watch. By week 3, I'm gonna figure out. I'm gonna figure out what's going on with this team by week 3. Watch. It happens every year. If I haven't seen any patterns by week 3, y'all know I'm sleeping on Sundays. And I don't sleep on Sundays, bro. I'm all over that. I'm all over these games on Sundays. I don't sleep on them. So if I don't pick up on something by week 3, y'all know there's something wrong with me. Y'all know there's something wrong with my analytical skills because I'm on my A game every Sunday. And on that note, man, let's talk about Omar Bayless real quick. Let's get on that Omar Bayless train because he looked good yesterday, and then he dropped a couple of passes today. But he redeemed himself on a couple more today. So I'm sitting there like, who is Omar Bayless right now? Like, are is this guy gonna do something positive, or is he just gonna blend into the background? And that first week, you can set the tone for how you practice in camp. That first week. The second week, you live by that bar that you set. You live by those precedents that you set for yourself. Are you going to continue working? Are you going to continue pushing your limits? Or are you just comfortable inside your box? And that's the question I think Omar Bayless has to ask himself now. You know, is he comfortable living inside that box of being an average wide receiver and sitting in the middle of the wide receiver order? Or does he want to be in the top third of it? You know, does he want to have a breakout camp and make himself known as a contender for maybe a fourth wide receiver spot? You know, the rest of these boys are hungry. They're hungry and they want your spot. Every year. It never changes. It's the NFL. It's a business. If you're not hungry, if you don't want that spot, someone else will take it like that. It won't even be within a day. Because these guys are barely getting paid even less than $1 million, and yet most of them are more hungry than you ever will be throughout most of the year if you got a roster spot from last year. They're hungrier than you ever will be. So you got to bring it every day, each and every day. Or these guys will take it. They will take it without mercy. They don't care. They're trying to get paid, man. They're trying to earn that 53-man roster spot. They're trying to play on this team. They're trying to play on Sundays. You know what I'm saying? They're not trying to live on training camp. They're not trying to live on that small paycheck that they were just given forever. Nah. That's just the first 3 years. Nah. Mm-mm. They want it all, bro. They coming for you. Omar, you got to stay hungry, bro. I'm trying to tell you. So what are you going to do? Omar, if you're watching this, man, I'm asking you straight up. What are you going to do? Are you going to fight and keep that spot and fight for a better one and never be satisfied? Or are you just going to blend into the background and lose your spot and hope that you don't get cut? Pressure is on you, man. Live up to it or get out of the kitchen. That's all I got to say. Live up to that fire or get out of the kitchen. Trimble, that applies to you too. I'm looking at Tommy Trimble like, I saw him drop a couple passes and I'm like, So we signed this man for how much money? And he doesn't have hands? Okay. So he's just here to block for Christian McCaffrey and Curtis Samuel? Is that what he's here for? I refuse to believe that. I know this man's got hands. I know he does. You ain't got to prove it to me, Tommy. Just catch the ball. That's all you got to do. Everything else you look great on. Just catch the ball. Simple. All right. That's all I'm going to say on him. Now, Zylstra got underthrown by PJ. And what did I say about PJ earlier? He's been underthrowing passes like mad lately. Dude, I'm really disappointed with PJ at the moment. I know it's just day 4, but come on, bro. I don't want you to lose out on a spot on this team, man. I really, really don't. Matt Rule was just talking to yesterday about should we carry 2 or 3 quarterbacks? He mentioned 2 quarterbacks. The third one, guess who that is? That he's thinking about dropping. It ain't Will Grier. The fact that he is seriously thinking about that disappoints me. Because I know that you got more potential than that. We all know it. We saw it in preseason, bro. We saw it. If anybody was paying attention to watching preseason ball last year, they know what you can do. Step your game up. Zylstra is a pretty good guy to have on your team, and I like him. I think, despite the underthrown balls, give him another chance. Let the man breathe. Let him do his thing. And he'll show you he's got talent. It's Zylstra. So, I've seen him play. I know what he can do. I saw him. I was one of the ones that called him out last year in training camp, actually. While we were watching online. I was one of them that specifically picked him out on a kick return, no less, and said, this dude's got some speed. We need to pay attention to him. If he's got hands too, all we got to work on is that technique. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go. And I saw him the last 2 days, and I said, okay, Zylstra can catch. He's working on that catch. He impressed me yesterday. I don't know about today, but in day 4. I don't know about in day 4, but day 3 he impressed me. And I said, okay, Zylstra, keep going, keep doing what you're doing. You're gonna get noticed. If you keep doing what you're doing, you're gonna get noticed. Point blank. Which brings me to Terrace Marshall Jr., or as Steve Smith, the GOAT, says, call him Mr. Marshall. Oh my God. Call him Mr. Marshall. Yeah. Let's cut to that footage right there. Hold up. Let's cut to this footage right here of Steve Smith. I want y'all to hear this.
Here's you, Mr. Marshall.
Oh, yes. 80s.
You don't like those jerseys that start with a
Ooh, y'all heard it. Y'all heard it from the GOAT himself. Y'all heard it from the GOAT himself. Terrace Marshall Jr. is gonna steal some jobs. Ooh. Ooh. What'd I tell y'all, man? Mr. Marshall's hungry, man. This dude's hungry. Feed him the ball and let this man eat during training camp drills. I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now. I watched him for 2 days and I was impressed with him both days. Let this man eat. Steve Smith is promoting this dude already. Look at this. It's day 4 this man's getting promoted by the GOAT. Man. So I want y'all to hear. Hold up, y'all missed that. Hold up. Let me replay that for y'all. Cause now I got the media up. Hold up. Hold up. Technical issue. Hold up. That's the one. That's the one we want.
Well, here's the guy from LSU, Mr. Marshall.
Oh, yes. Wearing a true wide receiver's number in the 80s.
You don't like those jerseys that start with a 1, do you?
I get confused sometimes.
Marshall was sensational at LSU.
I think he is going to surprise some people, not as fans, but some people that are actually lined up ahead of him. What we call this? That young man is going to steal some folks' jobs.
Oh my God. You heard it. You heard it from the GOAT himself, ladies and gents. This man's going to steal some jobs. You heard it. You heard it loud and clear. He did not stutter. He ain't joking. One thing that Steve Smith does not do, he does not play around when it comes to these players and what he says about them. He's real. He's real from the get-go. That's what you're going to get from the GOAT. That's what you're going to get from the 89. He's going to tell you like it is. Oh, man. I was a little surprised when I first started seeing some video of Mr. Marshall there. You know, and the more video I see of him, the more I see of him in person, the more he impresses me. Day 2, and you see footage of him just going up and getting the ball with a huge lateral. Is that still on the site? Hold up. First, let's watch this Robbie Anderson catch right here. And then I'll see if I can find that footage of Terrace. One-handed catch by Robbie. Ooh. Y'all seeing this right? Robbie Anderson, the one-handed catch. We got some talented people on this team. Let him sleep on this wide receiver core. Let him sleep. Let him sleep. That's what I say. Let him sleep. Because y'all have no idea what's in this wide receiver core right now. These guys are showing what they can do. And that's just one example. I want to see some highlights. Hold up. Let's see. My apologies, it's late. We actually do have some Terrace Marshall Jr. highlights from when he was in LSU. So I'll show that in a minute. But y'all saw that video of him catching that incredible ball thrown to him on Instagram. It was all over Instagram. I don't know if it was on Facebook or not. I think so. Let me get this going here for y'all.
Carolina Panthers select Terrace Marshall Jr., wide receiver, LSU.
The 20,
wide open.
Racing into the end zone. He's going to throw it down the field.
That was surprise me. Wide open.
Someone who would know how to employ him in an offense.
Look at that catch right there. Hold up. Look what he has to go through to get this catch. And I just turned on the sound. Look at this double coverage right here.
Someone who would know how to.
This is nuts. Look at this window he has to catch this ball in. Y'all think I'm playing about this dude, man?
Employ him in an offense.
Look at that catch.
You
extrapolate his
Dang,
2020
boy.
into 7 games, he was a monster.
You ain't joking. Look at the separation already. Look at that. Look at this separation. Perfect.
He's a heck of a player.
I know these two want to.
All right. So here's Steve Smith on Derek Brown. Speaking of the GOAT, he has some things to say right here, too.
Comes the big man, number 95, Derek Brown, second-year player out of Auburn. He was the 7th pick in the 2020 draft. This guy was the best defensive tackle in college football for years before he came to the Panthers, and he made a pretty good transition in a very unusual season.
He did. And a lot of people say, oh, he didn't step up, he didn't do this, he didn't do that. You got to understand, 320 pounds, 6'5", he's not going to always make the plays on the stats.
Yeah.
What he will do is he will eat up the double team. 2 people are designated. When they see number 95, they are calling 411, 911. That's all those ones mean help. Because that's a young man that you don't want to take on one-on-one. He is a double team machine. If you leave him alone, it won't work out well for you.
Y'all heard it. Double team machine. That's coming from the GOAT, man. That's big. That's a big compliment right there from the GOAT. Yo. Bruh. To get that kind of a compliment from Steve Smith, you know you work. You know those Panthers training camp shirts that say "gotta work"? This man worked. He worked before he got here. Now he's working when he's here. Imagine what he's going to do on our line. I'm trying to tell you. Trying to tell you, man. As Kevin Avery from the 4-man rush said, this defensive line is going to eat. He ain't joking. I gotta give that man his due credit, man. Sorry about the yawns, ladies and gentlemen. So we got Shi Smith. Shi Smith caught some attention today. He caught some positive attention today. So did Ventrell Bryant. You know, both of them working in tandem today against some of those corners. And I will say this. I don't know whether it was Keith or Markin, number 18 or number 19, but Dante got roasted by one of the two of them. He got absolutely roasted on those one-on-ones versus the corners. You know, I mean, that was a perfectly thrown ball, too, by Sam Darnold. Give him credit. I don't know if I got that on video or not, but one of the two of them just absolutely oven roasted Dante Jackson. And I mean, that man gets roasted at least once at training camp day. and then he don't get roasted anymore. It doesn't happen again after that. But it always happens right in the middle of the training camp day. I've noticed that. That's a pattern. And somebody will just go, whoop, and just get that separation on them. Just that 3 feet of separation. And that's all they need. You know, and I'm going, are you serious? This man got double moved on day 2, I think it was. And then he got oven roasted today. You know, I'm not questioning his competitive spirit. This man's a competitor. He would not have a roster spot if he was not a competitor. He would not be paid right now if he was not a competitor. That's not what I'm questioning. What I'm questioning is, what are we going to do about those times when he keeps getting roasted like that? What you going to do about that? I got to have an answer, Dante, man. I got to have an answer. I got to see it on the field. I mean, I'll be there on Monday. I'll be taking a look at that. But, you know, I'll be watching that. Those one-on-ones. You know, show how are you going to approach that? How are you going to fix that? You know, show me. Don't tell me, show me. So, next player I want to highlight is I think it was Markin that got a good long pass and did a lot with it. You got AJ Boye. I still can't say that last name right, man. I apologize. I still can't say that last name right. Help me out, man. Help me out in the comments. Help me out on social media somewhere. Show me how to say that last name. I swear to God, I cannot get it right. I love you, man. I love you, dude. You're a real one. You're out here fighting for your job, man. I can't even say your last name. Just making me look foolish as a streamer. But hey, I love everybody that's on these rosters, man. I hate to see everybody that gets cut, man. I hate it. I hate it like nobody's business. But we got to trim it down, man. We got to have the best 53. You know, and best of luck to the players that don't make it. But I know AJ's going to make it, man. Come on. You know, NF said it best, man. I got to make it or make it. I got to make it or make it. These are the options. You know? That's the mentality every Panthers player should be thinking right now. I got to make it or make it. There is no other option. I got to make it. I got to make this 53. If you don't have that mentality, what are you doing in Carolina? You know what I'm saying? Like, we love you as a person, but what are you doing on the field in a Panther uniform? If you don't have that mentality, that you're ready to eat, you're ready to compete, you're ready to fight for that job. And that's the type of stuff that gets you cut. You ain't got that mentality. And these guys are dogs. These guys are absolute dogs. The ones that have been here for 2 to 3 years, these guys are dogs. There's a couple of rookies that are dogs. And if you're not fighting for a spot right now, if you're not coming in there hungry every single day of training camp, you're gonna fall behind right out the gate. It's just simple mathematics. You're not gonna be that 53. Man, I don't know what we're gonna do with Troy Pride Jr., man. Troy, I like you, but God help me, man. Every time I watch this man, I get frustrated with him in coverage. Every time. And training camp is no different. Keep working at it, Troy. I believe in you, man, but I want him. I say this as politely as I can and as real as I can. I want every player to succeed, but not every player can. So when I throw players under the bus, it's all for love, man. It's all for love. I don't do it out of spite. I don't do it because I'm judgmental or egotistical or none of that nonsense, man. I do it because I believe these players can be better than what they're showing. You know what I'm saying? I do it because I feel love for this team. And I want to see the best 53-man roster we got be put on that field on Sundays so that we can win games. So that I can eventually buy your jerseys. You know, you got to earn it, though. And it starts right here, right in training camp. You got to earn it. Okay, so we got let's talk about J.C. Horn, man. J.C. Horn's coverage was incredible today. For a one-on-one drill, that was impressive. Like, I haven't seen coverage that good since Josh Norman. I'm going to be straight up real with you. He doesn't quite measure up to Josh Norman coverage-wise, but he is sure freaking close. It is incredibly close. And I watched two training camps worth of Josh Norman. So I know. I saw them both up in person. Face to face, I saw it. You know, I wasn't watching a video. I wasn't watching none of that nonsense. I saw these guys in person both years. Josh Norman was shutting people down back in the day in training camp when he was in a Panther uniform. And I'm starting to get that same excited feeling about J.C. Horn, man. I don't want to jump on this train too early, but everybody else is jumping on that train right now, and I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know, man. And then I came out there today, and I saw him just absolutely take care of business, and I'm like, you know what? I love the 8 right now. I live for the 8. Let's go. I'm on board the train. I'm on board the train. Choo choo is leaving the station. Let's go. I love number 8. You know, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the energy he's bringing. I'm feeling the competitive fire. I felt it from up in the stands, man. This man came to play. He came to take care of business today. And if you don't believe that, you haven't been seeing him as clearly as I have. This man's an animal. He's ferocious. And if you're not paying attention as a wide receiver, he will take advantage of you. PJ, that goes for you too. If you're not paying attention, you underthrow a ball, he will pick you off. He will make you look like a fool. So I suggest you start getting those balls up a little bit to these wide receivers when you've been underthrowing them. You know, you're not trying to skip a rock across a pond. No. No. And what is this triple coverage overthrow, man? Like, what was that garbage? I don't like throwing players under the bus, but come on, Brown. That's something I could do without seeing right there. From a guy that I supported 2 years ago. And I showed love to. You know, if I show love to you as a player, I don't show it to you loosely. That means you earned it. That means you worked and you earned it. That's how I roll on this channel. So, I mean, hey, man. And let's see. Who can I give some love to, man? Shaq. Yes, Shaq. What a play by Shaq today. If y'all didn't see that play by Shaq, man, go look around for some footage of it, man, because this dude, that's the type of coverage I'm looking for, Shaq. What you just did today in that one play, that's what I need to see more of. And I ain't been seeing enough of it. And none of the rest of us have either. You know, come on, bro. Look at that. Look at that. Competitive fire, man. Competitive fire. That's the difference. That's the difference on this team. We got who else we got? Who else can I point out? Ooh, Deontay Brown, yeah. Deontay Brown got some pressure on Sam Darnold and made him roll out a couple of times. So did Brian Burns. Put some heat on him. They put some heat on PJ as well. Ian Thomas. Okay, let's get on Ian Thomas. What's up, Jordan? I want to talk about Ian Thomas real quick. And I know everybody wants to throw Ian under the bus, but this man made some good catches today. And he's back in my good graces again. I will say that. Yeah, everybody's just like, oh, Tommy Tremble. Well, Tommy Tremble dropped 2 passes today. How much is this man getting paid? And he drops 2 passes? Now, granted, it's day 4. I'm willing to grant a couple of passes, but because it's early. But y'all go forget about Ian Thomas now? Come on. Y'all can't forget Ian Thomas. Alright. Man. Who else can I talk about today? I like the pass rush today. Pass rush was good. It made these quarterbacks think. Made them roll out. But the main thing for me is, the offensive lineman diving for these balls, man. Those drills are the most important drills I saw today. That outweighs all the 1-on-1s, the 7-on-7s, everything. Because if you focus on making sure that ball stays secure and does not get turned over, it's going to make a massive difference during games on Sundays. Same thing with the ball strip drills. Turnovers. I say it every day of the year. Every stream. I say it. It matters. And the fact that we put so much emphasis on those 2 drills makes me very, very happy as a Panthers fan, and it should make you happy as well. Let's go to the comments here. We should get Henry or Jonnu in free agency. You talking about Travis Henry, the running back, or hold up. Is he a free agent? I gotta see real quick. Just to make sure we're on the same page. Travis Henry, right? Let's see. Oh, man. Oh, past free agency. Yeah, I was about to say, didn't he retire? Oh, okay. He had that 3-year federal prison sentence, didn't he? Oh, wow. Darn. Patriots signed 2 tight ends. Oh, okay, you're talking about Hunter Henry. Okay. I got you. That's a big difference right there. Big difference. Yep. You're talking about 6'5". I don't know what they listed his weight at, but yeah, that's a big name right there. It's a big name. Apparently, in 2019, he suffered a tibia plateau fracture to his left knee and was out several weeks. So, when he came back, he caught 8 passes for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns in that loss against the Steelers. I got a massive respect for Hunter Henry, man. Cam Newton just gained a massive weapon right there. If he stays healthy, that's a big one. Jonnu Smith. So let's see what's going on with him. In 2019, he caught 35 catches for 439 yards, 3 touchdowns. With the Titans in 2020, same team, 41 catches, 448 yards, and 8 touchdowns. So this man started making a name for himself in 19. So he's got a career 114 receptions, 1,302 yards, and 16 touchdowns total. Yeah. What do the contracts look like for those? I'm always interested in the contracts because that's some crazy stuff right there. 6'3", 248 pounds. Pat's just absolutely loaded up at tight end position. I know Cam's gonna be happy up there, man. Jeez. Those are some monsters. The Pats got money, so what can I say? I want to talk about the running backs. Yeah, Rodney Smith. Let's get into Rodney Smith, man. Rodney Smith looked good today. Oh, okay. 4-year, $50 million for Hunter Henry? Or was that Jonnu? We play the Pats this year. You're saying that we might get 14 wins? Doubt it. Highly doubt it. First look. Or are you saying the Pats are going to get 14-3? If you're saying the Pats will get 14-3, oh. I don't know about that one either. You're getting into some deep waters there, and I don't know. I don't pay attention to the Pats' schedule for the most part. I do when they play us, though. Let's see. Okay, Jonnu was the 4-year, $50 million. Interesting. Yeah, that's a lot of money, but he's worth it. He's absolutely worth it. Yeah, all these guys that get paid all that big money are worth it. As long as they stay healthy out there. And that's the big thing. Josh says, keep pounding 17-0. I love the optimism, man. I love the optimism. Fantastic optimism. From Jordan as well, saying that we're going to go 14-3. Let me throw a little realism in there, though. Okay, this is if we stay healthy. If all our star players stay healthy, we're looking at about probably 9 to 10 wins. I would say with the defense looking as hot as they are right now. And if Sam Darnold does this thing, you know, the wide receivers are starting to ball out a little bit. Running backs look good. My question is going to be the offensive line, as it always is. We already know the defensive line is going to be solid. We already know the defensive tackle is solid because we got our guy this year in the draft. So we should see a significant decrease in the amount of yards given up on the rushing game. I'm really looking forward to seeing that. That's going to be really refreshing. That's going to take pressure off the linebackers. And we got Jeremy Chin out there. I mean, I'm feeling pretty good about this. I got a couple of questions about our cornerback depth right now, which will probably be answered in training camp and preseason probably. Tight ends, I got questions about a little bit. But, you know, I like our chances of going 8 or 9 wins if we stay healthy. We need 10, technically, to stay ahead of the game in the wild card hunt. We need 10, realistically. 9 puts us in the hunt. 10 makes sure that we are significantly ahead in the hunt. So 10 is the magic number. If we don't stay healthy, I'm putting us at probably 6 to 7 wins again. I think is realistic. Which injuries have been a major, major factor for this team. So I want to say 7 wins, 7 to 8 wins is probably the realistic window that we're looking at. But if we stay healthy, man, this team can make some noise for sure. Saints are out of the picture, you know. Breeze is gone. He's retired. Saints' main wide receiver is injured, and, you know, he just had that surgery. That's Michael Coulson, I believe it was. You know, he's going to be out for a while. They said something about like 2 to 3 months, something like that. So, this is our chance to let this defense eat against the Saints. This is our real chance right here. You know, and is our first game against them in the dome or is it at home? That's my question. Is I don't remember. Let me check the schedule real quick. Jordan says, believe in Sam. Defense is top 10. I don't know about top 10, top 15 for sure. Top 15 for sure. I'll say that. Because I still got questions about those backup corners and the linebackers. But top 15 for sure. Okay, home. Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay. Yep. I'm looking at it week 2. Yep. This is our chance to really take it to the Saints. And I cannot wait for that game. Oh, I can't wait for that game. That's going to be mad. It's going to be mad fire right there. I cannot believe that these clowns made a music video in our locker room. Like, doesn't that make y'all salty, man? Come on. I don't even understand why we allowed that. What? The ownership of the stadium. What are y'all thinking? This is a division rival. This is the Saints. Why are you letting them do a music video in our locker rooms? Like, that makes me super mad. Man, screw the Saints. Everybody over here saying, screw the Falcons. No, screw the Saints. They get a couple of dirty players, too. I'm not happy with them either. And I'm not one to jump on that, oh, let's hate on a certain team business. Yeah, I like to stay positive and just focus on us. Man. But when I see stuff like that, I'm just like, nope, nope, nope. We ain't putting up with that nonsense up in here. After they just beat us in our own house. They beat us in our own house. And then they want to do that garbage. Nah. Nah, dog. We got to show them. Second game of the year. We ain't tolerating that. This is our house. You know what I'm saying? We got to show them this is our house. This is Bank of America Stadium. We ain't putting up with that crap up in here. Man. Okay, so Josh says it's the quarterback that I'm worried about. I agree with you. After what I've been seeing from PJ in the last 2 days, I'm a little concerned. I'm not lying. I'm not lying to you. PJ's looking a little rough. And Will Grier could easily take that number 2 spot from him right now if he wanted to. And believe me, he wants it. I saw some throws today. He wants it. He's hungry. Jordan says 3-0 first 3 games. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I haven't heard anything about Watson since that whole thing about his sexual allegations hitting the fan. So I haven't heard anything about him in training camp yet. I have heard, however, that Aaron Rodgers is close to a deal with the Packers. So that's been all over the news. That's not new. Josh is saying, no man, at least 10 wins. Okay. At least 10 wins. Yeah, that's the bottom line. We got to have 10. Period. In order to secure a wild. Because we already know the Bucs ain't going to stop. It's Tom Brady. It's Gronk. They're not going to slow down. That team's only getting stronger. They've got this division by the balls. We got to take it back. And realistically, the only way we can take it back is we can, 1, wait for these 2 to retire, or 2, we can steal it from them. And the only way we're going to steal it from them is at home. I don't see us doing it in Tampa. You know, home crowd, they just won a Super Bowl. Nah. We got to win that game at home if we want to take it from them. So, you know, Bucs number 1, us at number 2, Saints at number 3, and the Falcons at number 4. Let's be real, the Falcons at number 4. Let's see. Jets, Saints, Texans, primetime. Yep. Now, where we're going to start seeing injuries is the Saints game. Because the Saints always bring the house and the kitchen sink at us. So, we're going to see injuries in specific spots. Mainly corner, I think. We'll start to see an injury or two. Because they do have some weapons. They do have a running game. But we cannot have an injury on that defensive line. We cannot have an injury on that offensive line. Linebackers is not going to really affect us much. But, those three areas could be potentially scary. So we need to keep, all those three positions. If you're a player on any one of those three positions, be on guard. Because the Saints come at you hard. They're looking to injure people. They do it every time we play them. Every time. They're not nearly as bad as the Falcons are, though. Because the Falcons are dirty, man. They play dirty every time. But, the Saints got a couple of dirty players, too. So just watch, watch your backs, guys. For real. But yeah, Texans. Texans have really fallen apart though. I see a win there for sure. At home, yep. And again, I haven't heard heads or tails from Watson. I'm sure he's probably at training camp, but no one's heard heads or tails about him. They've been keeping it quiet. They've been keeping it on the hush hush. They don't want us to know. And I say we prepare for him anyway. Whether he plays or not, we gotta have two plans in place. We gotta have one for if he plays. We gotta have one if he doesn't play. That's a smart way to approach this. Same thing with Rodgers. Because Green Bay's got a lot of weapons even without Rodgers. They got a lot of weapons. They've been building. But, there's still some holes, man. And that's why they haven't made the Super Bowl yet. Those holes have gotten them in trouble every time. And it's been a different problem every time. Did you guys notice that? It's a different problem every time. It's never the same one. They go into the draft, they go into free agency, they fix the holes, and then another new one pops up somewhere. It's like trying to fix a whole bunch of holes in a leaky boat. You fix a couple of holes, there's another three to deal with in a different spot. I mean, good luck to them. But that's not our problem until we play them. We take advantage of those holes. We use them. Okay. Imagine if Tom Brady leaves. This is his last year. You're dreaming. Your boy's dreaming over here. I love it. I love it. I love the enthusiasm. I love the optimism. But no, it ain't happening. This man's almost 50 years old and he's still in the league. He ain't leaving. I don't know what he's still got to prove. I honestly don't. Dude, you got how many Super Bowl rings now? You've pretty much gotten every record out there right now that there is to get, that he's in line for. What else are you trying to prove? You just proved that you can win in Tampa Bay as well. So you shut everybody up that was saying something about, oh, he can't win with a terrible team. So he shut them up too. I mean, what else is this man trying to get? I don't understand it. Maybe he just loves the game that much. I don't know. But I will say this, there was one player that actually had his number for a good part of those games that we played against him. And that was Luke Kuechly. Luke Kuechly was picking this man's brain. And I really hate the fact that he's not on the sideline anymore, but I understand. I get it. You know, the scouting job is grueling. It really, really is. There's so much that goes into it throughout the year, and, you know, you got to be on planes, you got to be driving places, you got to be, I mean, it can wear you out real quick. So I feel him on that, man. I feel him. But Luke Kuechly was the only linebacker that I know of besides Ray Lewis himself that was able to figure out Brady and Peyton Manning. Both of the GOATs. Now, no matter who you decide is the bigger GOAT, he figured them both out. That, in my mind, makes him the biggest GOAT at linebacker. People don't talk about this, but for the first half of that Super Bowl in 15, and I know it hurts. I know it hurts to talk about it. But did you notice that Luke Kuechly figured out 2/3 of Peyton Manning's audibles? 2/3. That's a heck of a lot of audibles. He had him on checkmate for the entire first half. He couldn't do nothing. It was beautiful. I've never seen anything like it. I've watched Peyton Manning for years, and I've never seen anything like that. That's how much he studied the game. And that's what I want to see out of, you know, our new linebacking core. The new people that come in, you know. Use what these guys did to inspire you going into the new years. The new generation of Panthers, you know. Use that competitive fire. Use that knowledge. Let it drive you. That's how you earn a spot in the 53. That's how you stay memorable. And you want to stay memorable. Believe me. That being said, who is the player that impressed you so far the most out of these 4 days? Throw a name up in chat. I'm curious. For me, it's a tie between JC and Terrace Marshall Jr. But I want to know what y'all think. I'm going to throw some names up. Because y'all heard me talk about all these guys, man. I want to... Who y'all want to talk about today? I'll get into them. Oh, I did see Bonifant a little bit. They gave him the ball a couple of reps. He looked pretty good. And speaking of running backs, he had Spencer Brown out there. I didn't see much of Spencer Brown. I think they did 1 rep with him, 1 or 2 reps. But Trenton Cannon was in for a couple of reps, I think. It was 20. 20 is the one that impressed me, man, at running back. Rodney Smith. You talking about a 5'11", 210 running back from Minnesota. This man's got some speed. He can break tackles, and he's got some speed. I see exactly why we went after this man. And what was interesting, you talk about linebackers, but also the running backs as well. I think we had one of those running backs go out on a little screen pass. I don't know if that was one of the running backs or one of the wide receivers, but Shaq blew that up. He blew it up. That play was not going anywhere. And that made me happy. That's improvement from Shaq. Especially when you talk about his well, my issue with Shaq was the coverage. And he answered that one last year. Then my question was is his awareness. Now he's answering that one. So, I mean, Shaq, man, thank you. Thank you for answering all these questions to me, man. Because I gotta say, man, with Shaq doing what he's doing, it makes me feel a little bit better about those linebackers. It really does. And, I'm looking at him like, okay, we're getting somewhere. Yeah. All right. Since I have these videos up from today, we're gonna look at them in a second here. And
What's up, Keep Counting crew? This is the first video of day 4 of training camp. Hit that like button, hit that sub button.
Alright, so I'm going to turn the sound off and I'm going to commentate here. So what you're looking at is the push from the defensive line here against the padded dummies. They're showing their strength, they're showing their footwork. And then you'll notice over there you got the wide receiver drills. So, look at the footwork right there. I like that. Good push. Good aggressiveness. I'm not going to call out any names or numbers right now, but good stuff here. That was a great back behind the shoulder catch there. I like where he just went up and got that. Let's back that up for a second. I want y'all to see this. This man put up some height right here on this one. Hold up. Here we go. Right there. He got some height on that. He went up and got it. Got aggressive with it. That's what I need to see more of from these wide receivers. Right there. Okay. There's one right there. Very nice. Very nice. So then we shift back over here. And I noticed a couple of these, I think they were pass rushers that are trying to go around, to the left of the pads. They may have been pass rushers. But if you'll notice right here, that's Matt Rule. That's Matt Rule in the black. I believe that was him. And he's watching these guys specifically. Why? Because he wants to see what these guys can do individually. And he wants to see the strength and the technique and the fundamentals and the footwork. He's looking for all that. He doesn't need to say that to the media. He's looking for it. That's called doing your job as a head coach right there. Day 4, that's exactly what he needs to be looking for. Because that's what you're going to see more of. First 2 days, you're looking at fundamentals, techniques, footwork, hands, whatnot like that. Easy stuff. There's Ian Thomas. You'll notice him. All right, so this might be tight end. Tight end hands drills, maybe? Let's see. No, just sprints. Okay. I was paying more attention to 74 up here. And that little drill up there. But again, what Ian Thomas is demonstrating right there was a little bit of what they were doing at the start of practice. That little drill, and they were right in that area right where these guys are here. And they were just shifting and focusing on their hands, shifting on where their feet are, And my guess is those were offensive linemen and defensive linemen together, I think. Because of the numbers of the jerseys, but I could be wrong. But hey, look at the reach of these wide receivers. Look at this. These wide receivers, defensive people, I think. Look at those hands. Look at those hands. Man. I didn't get names and numbers but on those plays, but that's Okay. So now we got Sam Darnold throwing a couple of passes here. Nice. Will Greer. And you'll see Will Greer in just a minute. You'll see what I'm talking about when I say this man's accuracy has been improved. For sure. Okay. So that's that one. I want to get into now I want to get into this one. I want to film study a little bit here. Because
What's up, Ethan Crew? We're back today with another video.
so this is the 7-on-7s. You notice Christian McCaffrey doing his thing. And that, of course, is Sam Darnold back there. So, keep an eye on who is on who. You know, wide receivers on DBs. Because that's going to matter in just a minute. And there's your DB's coach right there with the blue shirt on. Look at the fundamentals. Look at those throws. That was right on, a little bit underthrown, but you know, Robbie's used to that. But did you notice who was on it? That was either Dante Jackson. I think that was 26. It was either Dante Jackson or Keith Taylor. I'm not sure which. I think Dante. You know, so you got the running play to the right. You know, nothing exciting there. And you're going to notice a lot of, like, easy check down passes. You know, because that's really where we're at in training camp right now. Matt Rule's trying to install the short check downs and the short, easy passes over the middle. But maybe a few plays, you know, if these guys are capable of it. And that one was a little overthrown right there. Not bad. But, you know, good coverage. So I don't know if that was... I don't know if they had a chance to catch that or not. But we're going to keep rolling here. Okay, Ian Thomas is in on this play. You'll spot him right here. Right where my mouse is. We got a man in motion. So this is the rollout. And a really, really nice run right there. Let me pause this and actually look at some comments here. Hold on just a second. Okay, we don't have any comments. So I'm going to dive back into this footage. Okay. And this is footage I got. And Yes, I did notice the comment that said I should get a tripod. I'm sorry, guys. I'm working on pretty much no budget right now, so what you see is what you get. So I apologize about that, and it is what it is. Hopefully that'll change soon. That was a really nice run. That was 39. Y'all forgive me, man. I'm still trying to learn these names and numbers. Yeah, that's Bonifon. That's what I thought. I was trying to be sure, though. Okay. So the focus on these 3 plays in particular is on the offensive line opening up holes for these running backs to run through certain gaps. This play, I think you're going to see a pass. And that's a sack right there. Now I'm trying to see what number that was. I think it was like a 90 or something like that. Hold on. Daquan Jones. I think that was Daquan Jones, actually. I could be wrong about that, but I think so. Either that or Davion Nixon. Number 94. I don't know. It was a 90 something. I was trying to pick out the number. Could you guys pick it out? And look at that. He threw it off his back foot, which is bad technique. But if you consider how much pressure's been on him, Will Grier was able to deliver that pass perfectly, right in stride, and right on the mark. Hit him right in the chest. That's something, you go back to 2019, he was not able to do that. He was overthrowing those passes right there when he was coming out of the play action. Credit to Chuba Hubbard, man. He almost got around the corner. But Gross Matos was having none of that mess, man. You saw a couple of others over there, too. That's 25. That's Troy Pride Jr. out there on the right side. That play in particular, they're looking to, again, open up those gaps on the right side. And as you remember, we did not have very many running lanes last year because of the offensive line. Okay, so that being said, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the last one here.
What's up, Crew? We are back with another video. This is
These are the one-on-ones that I wanted to show you. Now you're going to see a lot of these passes over the middle. And that's Tommy Tremble, I think, right there. No, that's Terrence Marshall Jr. You'll see Tommy later. But that was Terrence Marshall Jr. So we got Robbie right here. Alright, so that was against Shaq right there. Did you see how much room he gave him? And I don't know if that's indicative of what coverages they're actually running or whether, was that done on purpose? Was it not? I'm not sure. For training camp purposes. Okay. And a little overthrown right there. So, to me, Sam Darnold has a little bit of an issue overthrowing just a tad bit. Otherwise, I'm pretty happy with him. Yeah, he threw some good balls today. You're getting to see about probably a third of them. Okay. That was 52 on him. Denzel Perryman versus I can't get the number. That might have been Terrace Marshall Jr., but I don't know for sure. From this distance, it looked like an 88, but I don't know. Okay, good little outside route right there. Again, nothing really too exciting. It's day 4. You're going to see a lot of those types of routes. So, okay. Here's Jaycee Horn right here. And I mentioned in my video that he did an excellent job with coverage today. It was very, very good. I also mentioned it earlier on stream too. And I believe I got a good chunk of that on camera. I may not have. But if you look at him, he's going up against 83. 83 is David Moore on this particular play. Okay, so here is PJ Walker. Now you're going to start to see some of these passes that I'm talking about from PJ. Then I'm just sitting there like, really? All right. And again, I apologize for the shakiness. Those little short passes, not even looking into those, not even reading those, really. Because pretty much anybody can do that now. That's not worth reading. You'll see the ones I'm talking about. The medium and the deep passes. Those are the ones I got questions about. Because, okay, shotgun formation. 2, 3, yeah. Okay. Now, I'm going to look at that in a little bit, off stream, and I'm going to see if anybody was open on that play. Because that had me curious, I was like, okay, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. He still hasn't thrown it. Check down. Was that meant to be a check down drill? Because I don't think so. Okay, that was meant to be a check down right there. That was the hot route on that particular play. It really all depends on what play they call. And he really seems to enjoy checking it down right there instead of sticking it out and trying to find a wide receiver for a fraction of a second more, And that's okay if you're bound and determined to check it down a lot. But it only is playing it safe, it's Teddy check down, We can do better than that. Okay. There's your play right there. 47 was a little loose on the coverage. You'll notice that. Patty Fisher. He's a linebacker. 6'4", 240. He's a rookie from Northwestern. That caught my attention right there. So, and the more we do these film studies, the more we're going to be able to memorize these names and put the names to the players' numbers and everything else. We're going to have a better understanding, Okay, easy check down. That's Patty again. They're testing Patty. On the easy check down over the middle. They're testing him to see how he's going to react. There's only so much you could study in these film studies and books, but once you come out there as a rookie, they're going to test you. They're absolutely going to test you. So here's 1, 2, 3. Yep, there it is. See how he doesn't waste time and he just goes right into his throw? That's what I mean. Will Grier has been much improved. I don't know who's been working with him, but I like it. I really, really do like it. He threw a couple of rainbow passes down the field. One of them perfectly to Robbie Anderson. But, yeah, the guy's solid. Absolutely. I'm very, very confident in PJ Walker right now. being run over by Will Greer for that second spot. It's early, like I said, day 4. We got a lot of days left. He could roar back and earn it, but I gotta see the competitive fire. I gotta see the motivation from him for him to be able to do it. Let me check and see. Did we have anybody that was still out? I think Lubu's still out. So let me check that. I don't think we're really going to gain much from watching a Robbie Anderson interview. But we could, however, learn something from Matt Rule. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to check out that interview from Matt Rule. Has that been put up on YouTube yet? I need to see real quick. Let me see. One sec, guys. One sec. Okay. Let's okay, it has been. Cool. This is the one I want to break down.
Seeing kids come out.
Here we go, guys.
Hey, stay within yourself. Do what you do. Don't play to the crowd.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I say all the time, you know, and just be yourself and trust yourself. And so, but you know, you have to get out here. I mean, we didn't have preseason games. We had to do some preseason games, and that's why teams that understand that, you know, veteran players, they're the same guy every day. And so, you know, if you're flashy on Wednesday, be flashy on game day. If you're, you know, just don't change who you are. And so, but you know, we were on the ground. I just want to make sure no one got hurt. You know, I want to make sure we practice smart.
Does this environment make it easier or harder to kind of evaluate just because it's not the same type of routine you go through?
I think we're always trying to prepare for chaos. So I think anytime that things are different, it's good for us, right? Like a lot of guys, you know, they welcome, you know, something that's different.
That's an interesting way to look at it.
Schedule's different. It bothers them, and they
like
things to be the same. But the games, you never know what's going to happen in a game. So this mimics a little bit like a game where we're going to travel, we're going to have issues. You know, there's going to be different things that happen on game that we have to be able to handle it.
Mad hell of a catch by Robbie.
Good point.
I didn't see it, and I was over here. I was at the 9-on-7. I could hear it. It sounded like it. But I thought there were, you know, a lot of guys did some cool things.
What about looking forward to putting pads on, I guess, Monday, right?
No, league rule this year is a mandatory off day tomorrow. Then Monday now is you can't put pads on. So it'll be another day like today, and then Tuesday we'll put the pads on. So it's a new schedule this year. I'm obviously excited to put the pads on, and you know, it's just a little easier for guys. Everyone knows what speed they're going, and they're all going full speed.
Are you sending them home tonight, or what's the schedule for?
There is no curfew tonight, so some guys will be here. Some, you know, treatment will be here tomorrow. Some guys will go home, you know, see their families. It's up to each individual person.
Is the stuff you saw tonight with, like, you know, the guys on the ground and all that sort of thing, is that something you haven't seen yet in camp? Was it really like today was the first practice?
We haven't been on the ground a ton. You know, I think guys are maybe pressing a little, but I have to go back and watch tape. I might watch tape and say it was the greatest practice we ever had. I mean, that's normally what happens. But you know, you got the SY I brought him in at that moment. You know, it's important for me to make sure that we're safe and not hurting each other.
First of all, weeks in the books. Any major takeaways? Anything in particular?
No, I mean, I like the direction we're headed. I like the way we're working. You know, I mean, you know, it's not like it's all one-sided where the offense looks great or the defense looks great and things go back and forth. So, you know,
it really has, though.
Really, at the end of 2 weeks, we'll start to have a better picture of who we are and what we need to improve on.
We'll do a couple more. Who are you most looking forward to seeing pads?
Really, everybody. You know, there's some guys like Matt Paradis. Like he plays the same every day, so I know what I'm going to get from him, and I love it. But I want to see Denzel Perryman at pads. I haven't seen him yet. Morgan Fox, Daquan Jones, some of the kids we drafted, and really everybody. I mean, I want to see us go out there and compete at a high level.
Well, a quick look at outside look. How was Sam Darnold? Of course, we don't know exactly what some of the things you all.
Compete at a high level.
I thought Sam was good today. I mean, I think it's hard and no padded days for all the quarterbacks to deal with. There's a lot of pressure because the O-line's not in pads. It's hard for them to protect. So you're seeing them have to handle and slide around and move. But from what I saw a lot of good things. And, obviously there's going to be things we have to clean up with Sam and with everybody. But I think things with Sam are heading in the right direction.
Are there certain things that the install
I agree.
you can't do without pads, or will the pads kind of ramp up the install?
We put them in, but we're practicing the run game out there, with no pads. I mean, it's not really competitive. So when the pads go on, competitive run situations, short yardage, goal line, all those things, you can finally see those.
Thank you, man.
Hey, thanks, guys. See you guys Monday.
Okay, so what we learned from that is that these guys are playing competitively. And honestly, I don't think we're gonna get much from Robbie. He's just gonna be himself, we could get something from him.
Just sum up this experience.
Shy Smith, let's go.
Experience is good. I'm just coming out, learning day by day, taking it day by day. Just trying to get better. Like you said, I grew up around here, probably like 20 minutes from here. So it feels awesome to be close to home.
How special was it to practice in front of fans tonight?
It feels special. Just our fans. That's part of who we do it for. It feels great.
You've got like 4 or 5 guys you played in college with. Does it make it extra familiar for you to kind of have those guys to lean on?
Yeah, it made the transition easy. Come in as a rookie with guys like JC, Joseph, Dennis, all them guys already here. It made it more comfortable for me.
So you going up against JC in practice a couple, but a couple times. Does that add something for you? Is it a little more fun?
I mean, yeah, it is. Just going up against him. At college, we went up against each other every day at practice. So it's familiar, yeah.
Shy, did having that Senior Bowl experience help at all with this transition? Are they running some of the same things they ran that week?
Yeah, definitely. It definitely helped out a lot as far as formation-wise. A lot of the formations are the same, but it's a little different plays and stuff like that.
Dumb question. Come on. Next.
Robbie Anderson and DJ Moore. I mean, them guys come out every day and compete. They give it they all every day, and I'm just taking little steps from them and learning behind them.
What did you think of Robbie's one-handed catch tonight?
It didn't surprise me. I didn't see him do it a lot of times before I was even here, just watching him.
Is there anything they've told you they really want you to focus on improving, or an area you're really working on during camp?
Just an area I need to work on, just like play as far as like just getting the playbook and stuff like that, learning the plays and stuff, and slowing the game down so I can get out there and don't think and make plays.
John, how would you describe the depth at wide receiver on this team?
The depth, we pretty deep. We got guys that can ball. We come out there every day. We compete against each other and with each other. So.
I mean, the battle for that 56 spot, how long they keep wide receiver.
Competing with each other and against each other.
Something you guys talk about,
or? Nah, not really. Like I said, we just come out and compete every day, and whatever happens.
I know we've seen you a couple times on kick and punt. How much of that are you working?
I'm working in on punt, on kickoff, on kick return, whatever the coach need me. I'm willing to do it.
Interesting.
In those matchups with JC, is there some trash talk going on?
I mean, not so far. It's all love. But back in college, yeah, definitely.
Who's better at it?
At trash talking? JC's better at trash talking.
Has he ever thrown a seatbelt on you?
Yeah, back in South Carolina, but not here.
Has he thrown it on anyone here?
Yeah, he has. He did. I think he did it the other day when he caught the pick with DJ. Yeah.
What's impressed you about Terrace Marshall?
T-Man, he's a competitor. I mean, he come in every day. He working hard. He got his head down right now, and he want to be the best, just like all of us.
Okay, why are you asking him about another player? That should be the coach's question. Like, please tell me when the last time David Newton has actually asked a decent question at these pressers. He asks like one dumb question every presser. And it just drives me nuts. Like, I'm not trying to be that guy and throw a media person under the bus, but come on, man, be original. Ask an original question. Come on, dog. If I'm gonna sit here and watch pressers every day, I need to see some original questions. I need to see y'all deviate and ask your own unique questions. You already know I'm not a friend of the media. You already know that. Come on now. That's just how it is, though. And it's been that way since 2015, even when we were undefeated for as long as we were, you know, NFL Network was talking us up. You know, we had like 2 or 3 news stations that were talking us up. And then you got people from CBS, you got people from Fox, and all the usual nationwide stations that were just like, that would barely cover us. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's the love? Where's the love, man? But hey, this is not 2015 anymore. The media has not changed, nor should we expect it to. They're going to ask dumb questions. It just is what it is. But man, so let's talk about this. Let's go ahead and get into that. We've gotten close enough to preseason that we can start talking about it a little bit more in depth. I'm excited for those Baltimore Ravens joint practices. I'm going to be at both of those. You'll notice me towards more towards the media section if you head in. If you're heading there, that's where I'm going to be. Always look for the hat. Always look for the backpack, which I don't have with me at the moment. But, you know, it's a Black Panther backpack. You know, string bag. But look for that. Probably look for like an alternative blue shirt, you know, Panther blue shirt. That's what I'm going to be rocking on Monday. So if y'all see me, come say hi. Don't be shy about it. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing some of these Ravens players match up against us, and let's just see how good these lines really are. You know what I mean? That's what I'm looking for. I want to see how good these lines really are. And the Ravens will test us in that way. They'll test us with wide receivers. They'll test us with the line. And that's what we're looking for in that game, in week 2 of preseason. Week 1, it's just going to mainly be about making sure that we can play a full game, discovering our weaknesses and our strengths. From the new guys mainly that have come in. We know what the vets are going to give us and what they're not going to give us. But it's the rookies and the free agents that's where we're going to be focused on in that Colts game. We're going to see, can these guys match up? That's the key. Can these guys match up? Can they do fundamentals? Can they do footwork? Can they do hands? Can they, at each individual position, there's certain key elements to it that you're looking for. And that Colts game will challenge us in that way. But it's a good first game for us in preseason, in that's what you're looking for. The Steelers out. For once, that game is actually at home in preseason, and I'm excited to see that. It switches every year, but I'm just happy to see that one at home this year because the Steelers are a tough bunch of guys, man. They always have been. I got the utmost respect for Mike Tomlin. He's a great coach. He goes in there and he prepares these guys well. And when we face them, you can expect to see a fully prepared Steelers team. Now, during the regular season, that's a little bit of a different matter in the past couple of years. I don't know what's happened there, but mainly injuries probably. That's, I haven't paid too much attention, but see, the thing is, we only have the Steelers on our preseason schedule. We don't have them on our regular schedule. So, mainly, I haven't been paying much attention to them. I want to say they've still got some weapons. I think that could be interesting for us to challenge, in particular, the corners. They could challenge us in that way. I don't know. We'll see how things shake out. I want to watch a couple of Steelers games preseason-wise and see how they shake out. See what they do. Before I make any calls on how that game will test us. But Jets, obviously, that's a win. Starting at the season. Saints, as I said, injuries will start there. But I feel like we have a chance to really put the heat on the Saints finally. And finally get that revenge that we've been looking for against the Saints. And I say that loosely because if you guys know our record against the Saints, it's not spectacular as of lately. But, it's mainly because of the teams that we've had and how good the Saints have been with Breeze. Texans, easy win. Even with Watson, I see that as a win. Cowboys should be a win. Although they have been loading up. Week 5. And I'm only going to go through week 7. Because of the fact that we don't know what's going to happen after that point. There's a lot of injuries that come into play that make a big difference after that point. Eagles and Vikings are the trap games. Said it before. I'll say it again. They're trap games. They may look in appearance like we can win those games. But if we come out there and we look bad, in either one of those games, both those teams will take advantage of it. The Eagles do not screw around. If they see a weakness, they will jump on it. And they will not hesitate. Same with the Vikings. If you've been watching the Vikings lately, you think, oh, okay. You look at the roster, you think, oh, okay. Not too exciting. When they come out and they play right around week 6, it's crunch time for them. It really is. Middle of the season, they're looking at crunch time. It's make it or break it time for the Vikings. And that's been a thing for a while now. Because you got to think, they're sitting there trying to compete with the Packers, right? You got to think, what do I need to do if I'm the Vikings to compete with the Packers? I got to win these outside of the division games if I want to stay up there at second spot and possibly get a wildcard spot. Because we know we're not getting the division spot. We know we're not winning the division. That's not happening. Packers have that thing locked up pretty much every year. Giants, you're not really worried about that. There's a handful of teams you're not really worried about if you're the Vikings. But the Eagles are one of them. Eagles are one of them. Cowboys are one of them. And we are one of them. We have put the heat on the Vikings so many times I can't even count when we've had them on our schedule. And now we got them at home. Trap game. I'm saying it now. I don't care who says anything different. Trap game central right there. Week 5 and 6. Giants, easy win. Falcons, easy win. Patriots, that's going to be the game that nobody expects us to win, but we're going to win in week 9 at home. Cam Newton's coming back to town week 9. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I see a win. But only if we shut down those tight ends. And Shaq has been a little questionable there, to be fair. The linebackers have been real questionable. I hope Perryman steps up. I really, really do. Because if he doesn't, we're going to have to look elsewhere. If he doesn't, I highly suggest we go linebacker at the top of the draft next year. Top 3 picks. One of them's got to be a linebacker next year. If Perryman does not shake out. I think he will, though. I think he will. We put that much money into Perryman, I think he will. Cardinals should be a win. Washington football team should be a win. Dolphins, trap game. Y'all think I'm joking? Dolphins, trap game. Why am I saying that? Look at their record last year. Towards the end of the year. That's why I'm saying it. Watch out. Do not sleep on the Dolphins. I'm not saying they're good. I'm just saying don't sleep on them. Bye week. Yeah. Falcons. Atlanta 32-16. Or what was the meme? It was like 24-14. 26-14, something like that. I don't remember what it was. It was funny though. Buffalo Bills trap game. Y'all already know. Every time we let go of a player, they go to the Bills. Bucks at home. That's our opportunity. Right there. If we're ever going to have a shot at the Bucks, it's week 16. Let me tell y'all something. Tom Brady did all of that on, I think it was a hurt knee or a knee hurt ankle. Something like that. And he still managed to win a Super Bowl. He still managed to get all the way up there and win a Super Bowl. Bucks are not slowing down, folks. They're only getting rougher to deal with. Saints in the Dome, 16, 17, and 18. Oof. Boy. I'm going to tell you right now. I hate this schedule in December. I hate it with a burning passion. I've always hated it. I still do. I still do. Look at this schedule going into December. Atlanta, ain't nobody worried about Atlanta. Ain't nobody worried about Atlanta. But here's where it starts to get rough. Buffalo, week 15. Tampa Bay, 16. Saints in the Dome, 17. Bucks again, 18. That's a nasty schedule right there. That part, we've got to get our wins before December. Period. We got to get them. If the Saints figure anything out before the end of the year, week 17 is going to be a totally different game than the first one. It always is when you're dealing with the Saints. Now, I'm not saying that they're not a dangerous team because they got a lot of talent there. But that first game against the Saints, we got a shot. We got a real legit shot. We're going to catch them with our pants down. Week 2, we can get them. We can take them. We'll have people healthy then. I don't see people getting hurt in the Jets game. I really don't. I don't see that happening. We might have one player hurt during the Jets game, but nah. Saints game, though, that's when it's going to start. And I'm wondering about that nutritional plan and the exercise plan that Ron Rivera was starting in 2019. I thought that had some merit. I legit thought that had some merit. I wanted to see what the result of that was. So if anybody knows what the result of that was, do we have I don't even know what type of question to ask on this one because I don't know much about this stuff. Yeah, y'all health nuts, help me out on this one. This is your department. you know. All I can tell you is what I noticed from like the amount of injuries of star players. It did go slightly down in 19 compared to the past years of 16, 17, and 18. I did notice that. But it's not pleasant. It's still not pleasant. It's not where we want it to be at all. Because if we want to win enough games, we got to have these people healthy. Period. Point blank. Period. I understand the health. I understand these guys stay healthy. They eat healthy. There's certain stuff that you can do that at a certain point it's just not enough. You know, you can't really do anything more. I get it. There's certain injuries that come from football injuries. I get that too. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about preventable injuries. I'm talking about these injuries, you know, like the one that happened during OTAs. Why are we getting injuries during OTAs? Why are we getting injuries during OTAs, guys? Help me out with that one. We should not be. That's the workouts before the workouts. Why are we getting injuries on the workouts before the workouts? Someone clue me in on that one. That just shows me we're not doing something right. Either training wise, you know, workout wise, we're not doing something right. Now, if a said player has a pre-existing injury condition and he re-injures it, you know, that's a different matter. That's a different matter entirely. But we're talking about new injuries. I gotta see who it was that had that injury. Because they just went on one of the lists, and I'm trying to find out which one it was. Okay. I don't care about the reserve COVID list. That's not what I'm interested in. There we go. Phil Hoskins. Active/physically unable to perform list. Lionel Hill on the active PUP list. That's a DB and a defensive tackle already on those two lists. That was before training camp ever even started. We got to get a handle on this. Somehow. Some way. We got to get a handle on this. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I'm tired of seeing these star players go down and our entire seasons go up in smoke because of it. I don't have any solutions, but I just had to vent on that, man. I had to. I'm sorry if that frustrates y'all, but I had to vent on it. Because believe me, I'm just as frustrated as you are. I want to point out a specific number here. We're looking at team statistics versus opponents. You know, We had 27 fourth down conversions attempts. And we made 15 of them last year. Versus our opponents that had 10 fourth down opportunities against us and converted 6 of them. Now, which one looks better? Y'all tell me which one looks better. Because I don't like seeing that number right there. When we had 27 fourth down attempts, that's triple what our opponents were doing. Triple. Now, why are we putting ourselves in a situation where we need triple the amount of fourth down conversion attempts in the first place? It's because we're not getting it done on first down, second down, and third down. And especially with third down. So now let's look at the third down conversions. You got 195 attempts versus their 199 attempts. We converted 76 of those versus their 98. I mean, not great, but we got it done. You know? But was it enough? Was it enough? That's my question. Total first downs 335. Opponents got 360. Guys, our opponents have outstatted us in every single category. It is time to wake up. If you want to be a competitive team, you have got to beat them, not just on the stat board, but on the field too. $3,888 total passing yards versus their 3,825. We barely beat them there. Now, I give you that. Here's the number I want to highlight. 16 interceptions by us versus their 7 that they threw against us. 16. That's not going to get it done. And if Sam Darnold cannot beat that number, we're in some serious trouble. We're in some serious trouble. Now, I can speak on the sacks because I saw a lot of quarterback pressures last year that could have turned into sacks. Many of them by Sputter Burns. You know, a few of them by Shaq. But I'll tell you who got in the backfield the most. The man whose jersey I'm wearing right now, Efe Obada. We got 29 sacks versus their 36 on us. You know what they got 36 on us? Our offensive line, which we just fixed. Only just now this year fixed it. That number could have been a lot lower if we had fixed it before this. I just want to point that out. But nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wanted to hear that until this offseason. For some reason, now since we got new ownership and a new coaching staff and a new GM, now we want to focus on the offensive line. Well, it's about time. Thank you for joining the party wagon, but that train left the station 3 years ago. Why do you think we haven't had successful seasons for 4 years? 5 years now if you count last year. I don't consider making the playoffs and losing in the first round successful. It's only successful if we win a playoff game. That's where it starts to become successful, to me. I'm done settling. 29 field goals for 36 attempts for us. 29 for 31 for them. Now here's the big number. This is the one that's going to piss people off. Our opponents got 46 touchdowns on us. 46. I guarantee you half of those were because of the DBs. And for once, not Trey Boston. Alright, so our number was 38. Are y'all starting to see a problem here? Is this starting to become a problem for you as a Panthers fan? Because it's been a problem for me. I've been looking at these numbers for 5 years. And if it's only just now becoming a problem for you as a Panthers fan, you must be new to the bandwagon. You must be new to the club right now. Because it ain't new to us veterans, man, that have been here for, 20 plus years that have been fans? This ain't new. Heck, man, I survived through the John Fox days. And I saw slightly less touchdowns than this during that time. I went through the Winky days, man. God, Winky was so bad. He was so terrible. And the offensive coordinator was bad too. Absolutely atrocious. I don't know how many of y'all remember this. Every first down would be a draw play right up the middle. Every first play. We were the most predictable team on offense. And it was disgusting. Y'all thought Norv Turner was bad? Y'all over here complaining about Norv Turner. Y'all complaining about Shula. Y'all complaining about this, that, and the other. No. Y'all ain't seen the glory days. Y'all ain't seen the glory days of being a Panther. Oh my God. Dude, I about wanted to break my TV with a brick every time I saw a drop play on first down. I ain't kidding. I about gave up, man. I was like, this is ridiculous. I couldn't sit through some of those games. That was way before I ever became a YouTuber. I was way younger. But 38's not gonna cut it. Point blank, that's not gonna cut it. Touchdowns, rushing, passing, returns, defensive. So we had 19 touchdowns rushing, 16 passing, and 3 defensive. Well, our opponents, and this is still a passing league, it still is. Despite what you might see from Derrick Henry out there, and all these running backs, despite what you may see from Barkley up in New York, you're still looking at a passing league. So our opponents got 17 rushing touchdowns, 28 passing touchdowns. 1 return touchdown on us. Only 1. Only the 1. What does that tell you? Special teams did their job. Now, am I going to go praising their ever-loving glory? No. I'm just going to say, y'all did a fantastic job. And let's leave it at that. Because the rest of the team struggled. The rest of the team struggled, man. And this is going to really annoy you. Our average time of possession was 30 minutes and 59 seconds per game versus our opponent's 29 minutes. So you mean to tell me that we had that ball for 30 minutes, almost 31 minutes per game, and we still can't score? 2-minute drills. 2-minute drills. Teddy called him out. Rightfully so, he called him out, and we needed to hear it. And you know, the one drill I still have not seen in training camp yet, 2-minute drills. It's early. It's only day 4, but I need to see that drill. Sometime in the next week, I need to see it. I know you're still installing stuff, Matt Rule, but I need to see it. At least by the last week of training camp, I need to see it. It needs to be in there. Every day of camp. If it ain't in there, I'm going to get frustrated. Because I'm so sick and tired of losing games. Because of stupid stuff that we should be doing that we're not doing. And it just sucks. It really sucks. But I'll put some positive news on this. We're doing great. We got a new team. We got everything we need going into this year. So let's go get them 9 or 10 wins. Let's go kick some butt. I know y'all tired of seeing me talk about this stuff. So that being said, I will catch you guys tomorrow. Either with a video or a new stream. We'll see which one is going to happen. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Let's see. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, man. You know, it's free. What are you waiting for? It's free. FREE. It's free. Come on, bro. If you're still deciding, I understand. But at least make sure you hit the bell and select all, man, so you don't miss any new videos or any new live streams. Because it's hot right now on this channel. It's red hot. It's going to be for the next 2 or 3 weeks. We got new videos, new live streams coming out. It's going to be red hot. So make sure you're subbed. But hey, I just want to make a quick shout out to Jordan Williams, Josh both of you for coming and checking out the stream. And anyone else that didn't come into the chat, I just want to say thank you for stopping by and hanging out and hear what I have to say. Whether I'm ranting, whether I'm putting positive news out there about our players, I love putting positive news out there. Let's end with something positive. Hey, Daquan Bowers, man. Terrence Jr. Shaq with the big play today. Will Grier with the improved accuracy. And that defensive line that is hungry. Love it. Love all of it, man. Love all of it. Let's see more. Stay hungry, boys. But hey, we got a lot more days to come at training camp, and it ain't over yet. Make sure you bring that Gatorade. Make sure you bring some sunscreen. It's hot ones out there. It's going to be 92 degrees. Let's get it. As the Panthers shirts say, gotta work. Gotta work. But you know what? My statement is, the healthier we stay, the better we play. The healthier we stay, the better we play. I'm going to leave you with that. Keep pounding, y'all. I'm out.
Q Tracks.